Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. This is a general love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for this upcoming week in May. Because it's general, it can apply to relationships, but it also could apply to situations and circumstances surrounding family, home, work, school, social circles, frenemies, exes. If you can think of it, it might apply. Be flexible with the energy. Don't be concerned about the gender of the cards. You can mix and match the characters within the reading. You may feel like I'm reading for you. You could feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. My intention is to reach those that need the message and will benefit from it. Some of the reading may resonate for you, parts may not. Take what does, leave behind what doesn't, and hopefully by the end you have something worthwhile that will help you in some way. Okay, Sagittarius, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me give this first deck one good shuffle. By the way, if you're a returning viewer and wondering where Carmela is, she is in quarantine. She's in her cage in quarantine because she was messing around and I got tired of it, so I sent her away. I put her behind bars. Anyway, she'll be back, just not this week. Here we go. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups in reverse. Interesting the first two cards. King of Cups in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. And then the Three of Wands. So let's talk about the King of Cups first. This is somebody, again, if you are a female, you can embody the King of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who is detached emotionally. This could be somebody who's emotionally unavailable or is feeling apathetic or is unwilling to share feelings or express himself. This could be somebody who is emotionally manipulative or just feeling detached, feeling distant, feeling meh. This person's feeling meh. I mean, that's possible. It could be that this person is dealing with some issues within a family dynamic, maybe a divorce. Ten of Pentacles in reverse can indicate disruption within a family unit. There could be financial instability that he's dealing with. If it's not family, there is some kind of disruption within a group of people, connections, more than one. I think this king realizes he has a decision that he needs to make, or he might be trying to make a decision regarding the situation. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups in your underlying set of cards. So the Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity. This could be a new opportunity in work, a creative endeavor, something that could be financially profitable for you. And then the Ace of Cups in reverse can indicate disruption within a connection, a missed love connection, unrequited love. It could indicate a need for self-care. There's some kind of emotional, again, and I do feel, of course, that this is related to whatever this King of Cups is dealing with right now. So it could be that he's feeling down or feeling like the connections within a family unit are being affected because of some financial instability within a family unit. Maybe he's looking to find something new or get something else going, something in the area of work or employment. But it does feel like there's not a whole lot of movement right now. There's not a whole lot of activity. It's just kind of more about maybe he's still thinking about it, working on things, trying to figure out what the best decision would be. And then we have this Knight of Cups, Three of Wands. Let's get some more cards, Sagittarius. Right now I feel a little lost with what I'm looking at here, so let's see what else we get. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. Eight of Wands. The King is clarified with the Six of Cups. Ace of Pentacles, this time in reverse with this Ten of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Empress in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse. And then Three of Swords. So I feel like this King of Cups is anticipating some kind of disappointment or grief or sadness or some kind of heartbreak, some upset regarding a relationship or a connection, or maybe an effort being put forth toward a connection. He might be anticipating rejection. Or maybe he feels like there's something going wrong within a current connection that he needs to let go of. We have the Six of Cups out here clarifying the King of Cups. So this is a connection, and I'm going to go ahead and say, Sagittarius, that I believe that you are the King of Cups energy, just because this is the main character I have on the table right now. And it feels kind of solo right now, what I'm looking at. But he's dealing with a Six of Cups connection. This could be somebody who is very significant to him. This could be somebody that's come back from his past. Could be somebody that he already has a very solid connection to, somebody that's a soulmate or somebody that he has a soul contract with. And by that I mean this doesn't have to be intimate or romantic. This could be somebody that is meant to be in your life, whether it's 2 days or 2 decades. It's a significant individual, somebody who's changing the path of your life. It's somebody who you are supposed to be in this 3D existence with, so that you can move forward in some way, shape, or form. Spiritual growth, life lessons, that kind of thing. So he's dealing with some kind of connection of that nature, but I feel like things have gone awry, or there's some kind of issue, disruption. It could be financial. It could be job loss. It could be just, instability. I mean, God knows we're all kind of dealing with that right now. And I feel like there needs to be some communication, or there's some desire to communicate about what's going wrong within this relationship or this connection. Almost as though resolving something within the connection will alleviate the Ace of Pentacles in reverse energy, like it's going to fix it or help it improve. Like something within a connection has to be addressed in order to move forward with something else, something else that's connected to the relationship or connection itself. Does that make sense, Sagittarius? I hope so, because that's what I've got right now. Okay, let's get this next set out and see what else we get for Sagittarius. Page of Pentacles. Magician in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse, clarifying this King. Four of Pentacles, this time in the upright. Tower in reverse. Strength in reverse. Sorry about the airplane noise. I've got my window open. There's the King of Cups again in reverse, clarifying this Knight of Cups. And then the King of Swords. Okay, so I feel like this King of Cups has emotionally detached himself from a situation or circumstances surrounding a relationship, but it's also connected to, could be a job, workplace situation, could be a working relationship. Something's gone wrong within the relationship itself, or there's just some kind of disconnect or something not quite meshing, or, you know, maybe apathy, maybe a lack of emotional connection, maybe a lack of energy being put forth in the area of just caring about it, of just giving a crap. I feel like this king doesn't give a crap. It's almost like he's given up he's emotionally detached. He's kind of just maybe just lost a certain amount of passion, whether it's in the connection or the circumstances surrounding the connection. This Ace of Pentacles, whatever this endeavor is, the relationship itself is affecting. The relationship itself is affecting this Ace of Pentacles situation, and vice versa. And it needs to be brought out in the open. Something needs to be done about this, because something very important, Ace of Pentacles, something very important, very potentially beneficial, profitable, positive, something very positive is like being taken away or dismissed or not taken advantage of, or not, I'm losing my words, I'm having a hard time. You're missing out on this Ace of Pentacles because of some kind of problem within a connection. Something that's not being talked about, and it needs to be, or brought out in the open. But I don't feel like this king wants this responsibility, or it feels like it might be that he thinks that any effort he does put forth into it is just going to result in heartbreak anyway, so why bother? That's what I'm getting from these cards. And the King of Swords did come out here too. This King of Swords could represent this king's higher self, could represent somebody that this king is attached to, but I feel like it could be an external energy, maybe a friend. But I feel like this king is ready to give up on maybe this connection or some emotional, there's this emotional disconnect. That's just what I'm getting. And then he doesn't want to put anything else forward. He doesn't want to put any energy into it because he feels like it's going to result in Three of Swords anyway, so why bother? Does that make sense, Sagittarius? This may have been, for example, some kind of goal or workplace situation or project, something that this king was working on, some kind of creative thing. Feels like it could have been within a family unit, within a group of people, and he just lost the passion for it. He just doesn't care about it anymore. So he's done working hard for it. He's done making progress. Or he's just moving, he's moving really slow at this point in time. It's almost like he's dragging his feet because he just doesn't feel like it's worth it anymore. And it's because of a Six of Cups connection. So let's get this next set out here, Sagittarius, and see what else we get. Ace of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords. Justice in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Eight of Wands. Seven of Wands in reverse. And then the Eight of Swords in reverse. So I'm getting that there's a certain level of obligation this king is feeling. He feels obligated to move forward with something even though he doesn't have the passion for it anymore. He feels like he still has to continue to move forward even though he doesn't care about it anymore. He's just... I think that he would like to drop it. He would like to let it go, but I think he feels obligated because of others. That's what I'm getting from this. And again, it feels like it could be a business opportunity. It could be a business. It could be a family business, for example. And he's just lost the passion. He's like, you know what? I just want to take my one pentacle and go. I'm just not into this anymore. But this would break. If he did that, if he took his one pentacle and he left, it would break. It would break what they built. Do you get what I'm saying? In other words, this king is a significant piece of the puzzle when it comes to whatever this Ten of Pentacles is, and I feel like he wants to take his pentacle and go. And he might be considering doing this. But I think his motivation is because I think the reason why he doesn't want to, why he's lost his passion for this is because of some kind of connection. And something that went wrong within a Six of Cups connection. And I think he's grieving that. I do get a strong sense that this king is feeling upset. I'm stumbling over my words. I just need to let my mouth catch up with my brain. I think that this king feels obligated, and I don't feel like he is. I feel like it's just one connection or one person. It's interesting because I only have his energy on the table. I don't have this other person. But I feel there's a connection or a relationship getting in the way of his level of motivation when it comes to whatever this Ace of Pentacles is, Ten of Pentacles. I feel like he wants to take his piece of the pie and just go. But if he takes his piece of the pie, or if he takes his piece of the puzzle away from the group, it's going to result in everything crumbling, everything falling to pieces, because he's an important part of the pie, important part of the puzzle. Pie or puzzle, take your pick. You can have either one, or you can have both. He's an important piece of the pie, and he's an important piece of the puzzle. So he's doubtful. He doesn't feel like he wants to destroy what he's built, or he doesn't want to ruin it for other people. So he's stuck, continuing to trudge forward, even though his heart's not in it. He's stuck moving forward with this, even though his heart's not in it. And what he would like to do is communicate that he's kind of ready to, maybe he's ready to take off on his own. Maybe he feels like he needs to pay attention to his needs for a while, but I feel like he wants to communicate that because I think it's significantly on his mind. There's a lot of anxiety, stress, worry surrounding this communication I feel like this king wants to have or feels like he needs to have with regard to, again, a connection, Six of Cups connection, but there, again, with the Magician in reverse, there could be some manipulation or some trickster energy or someone not playing fair. Someone's not playing fair in this situation, and this king has just had enough, and he's just done. And I don't feel like it's, when I say not playing fair, I don't feel like it's somebody who is betraying or corrupt, or someone who is engaging in criminal activity, and that's the person who's ruining things for this King of Cups. I don't feel like that at all. What I feel like is someone might be playing emotional games with this King of Cups. And I think he's just done. I think he's tired of it. But he's afraid to go because he doesn't want to ruin it for everybody else. Let's get this last round out, Sagittarius. Judgment in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups again. Two of Cups. Page of Swords in reverse. World in reverse. And Temperance. So this king is very disappointed. I feel like this king is he might be sacrificing, well, he is sacrificing. He's sacrificing his own happiness for somebody else. That's what's going on here. And it's not serving him. I mean, obviously, he's, for whatever reason, he's sacrificing his own happiness for the well-being or for somebody else, for another connection. And again, it could be related to an actual, opportunity or business endeavor, or some kind of workplace situation. But there's something he's sacrificing in order to keep things going for other people. Does that make sense? And specifically, he's doing it for one connection, which never showed up in the reading. But it is a Six of Cups, Two of Cups connection. It's someone who's very important to this king. At the same time, this relationship, this connection is causing him grief. I mean, so we have a Six of Cups, Two of Cups connection that's causing this king some grief, because I feel like he's sacrificing himself for this connection. And when I say that he's sacrificing himself, I can't even be really specific. I can just tell you that I think it has something to do with an emotional sacrifice, maybe even tangible, maybe even financial, for example. In other words, if this king went on his own merry way and did his own thing, or left his current situation, he would have a greater opportunity somewhere else, or he would have more. I mean, he would have more abundance in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to put it that way. If he left this current situation, he would have more abundance in some way, shape, or form elsewhere. But he's hanging on for the sake of others, or specifically this one connection. And I think it could be more than, it could be a family situation. That seems like such a simple message. And I've been hemming and hawing over these cards for what now? Almost 25 minutes. That's a simple message. And that's really, in a nutshell, what it's all about. It took me that long to get to that one. I hope that was helpful to you, Sagittarius. If you are this king, I don't know what your specific situation is. It's hard to tell. Maybe you'll get some advice out of the Dreams of Gaia deck here. It's really hard to tell, but I don't know what purpose it serves to sacrifice at the level that I'm seeing in these cards. I'm trying to figure out how long you can do that. In other words, I think that there's a lot of people who behave in this manner, who are maybe even habitually do that. They put others first to the point of not paying attention to their own needs. That kind of person, and while that's a very warm and loving way to live your life, ultimately, when you sacrifice your own needs for especially a long period of time, then you end up with resentment, anger, angst, worry, anxiety, maybe even to the point of, you know, depression, lifelong issues. You're putting yourself at risk when you sacrifice to that level. So while I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do, Sagittarius, what I will say is it is not wrong to think about yourself. It is not wrong to put yourself first once in a while. And it is not wrong when it comes to this kind of thing, which feels significant to me, for you to say, you know what, if this is the better path, if I do have a card, by the way, it's the Hero in reverse. I'm just sitting there with it sticking out. I didn't want to look at it yet because I didn't want it to influence what I'm saying, but because I don't want to lose my train of thought. But I feel like this King, Sagittarius, is your energy, and I feel like it's almost like you're allowing the universe to make your decisions for you, but you can't continue to not put yourself first. You can't continue to ignore your needs. And I think it's time for you to communicate that to those who are receiving the benefits of your sacrifice. I think they've become accustomed to it. They don't probably even acknowledge it anymore, but your sacrifice is keeping you down, holding you back, and ultimately sucking the passion out of whatever it is that you've got going here. And you feel like you don't even have a choice in the matter, but you do. At this point in time now, because you are so invested in whatever this is, I feel like you feel if you walk now, if you remove your energy from the situation now, that you're really going to mess things up for whoever's left behind. Does that make sense? Anyway, we have the Hero in reverse. And this is the Knight of, this Hero of Fire. This is the Knight of Wands in reverse. These cards are very different than the traditional Rider-Waite. So if it's reversed, it's a potential blockage. And let's see if it's long. It's about a page. Okay, Sagittarius. So I do feel like this potentially is the King of Wands, or sorry, King of Cups energy. The Hero, which is the Knight of Wands. So I'll display it for you in the upright position. Here we go, Sagittarius. When the Hero appears reversed, he represents a need to perform good deeds in order to increase one's self-esteem or worth in the eyes of others. Are you serious? He can be described as a wounded hero, one who needs to be told that he is good by others. Sometimes it is because he cannot see the good within himself, and sometimes it is because he craves the attention. It feeds the emptiness or lack within. Well, this is about as perfect as it could get based on what I was seeing in the card. This is pretty amazing to me. Whether his low self-opinion is born of past mistakes that caused others pain or harm, or if it is born of mistreatment and wounds inflicted upon him by others, the Hero reversed is often weighed down by feelings of blame, guilt, shame, and fear. And the only way he thinks he can assuage those feelings is by performing deeds that earn him praise and glory. When others value him, he can pretend. He can once more value himself. Unfortunately, until the Hero can forgive himself or those who hurt him, he will not find peace. He is doomed to go on the quest of salvation. He is doomed to go on one quest of salvation after the next. The Hero reverse comes to ask you to look to your reasons for helping others. Are your actions inspired by love and compassion, or shame and guilt? Are you helping others because you genuinely want to help? Or are you helping others because helping them and earning their praise and gratitude makes you think better of yourself? It could be said that if the outcome, helping someone in need, is the same, regardless of the motivation, then it matters not. It is, however, not a question of changing the outcome, but allowing the wounded hero within to make peace with the past. Have you embraced behavior that is less than honorable, caused hurt to another because you may have lied or deceived them? Have you ever been disloyal or unfaithful? Have you hurt someone innocent and now move through life with feeling of regret or remorse weighing you down? We all have moments when our behavior and actions have been questionable. We have all disappointed others. We have all done wrong. Guilt, shame, and self-loathing are the tools with which we punish ourselves. They are not the tools of a hero, but instead the tools of a jailer or torturer. The hero reverse comes to tell you that it is a time to put those tools aside and to rescue yourself. Only your acceptance and forgiveness will set you free. Forgive your past, be merciful, and embody the compassion of the hero you strive to be. I don't need to say another word. It's all said in that passage. You need to save yourself. The Empress, I got this strongly too, that the Empress in reverse indicated your energy as well. Sagittarius, which to me indicates somebody in need of self-care. I mean, in the upright, she's all about nurturing and mothering and loving and compassion and, loyalty. In the reverse, this is somebody who needs to be a little selfish. This is somebody who needs to care for themselves. And I think you need to not only do that, but you need to take action and you need to express that and you need to communicate that to the others that you're dealing with here, including this significant connection you have, because you're sacrificing yourself, maybe because of guilt from the past, maybe because you feel bad about something that you did or how you treated somebody or whatever the case may be. But if you're feeling that level of guilt and then in return putting yourself in a position where you're going to start resenting somebody, you're going to start feeling bad again, and what if you end up doing something else that makes you feel guilty because of how you're feeling, because of the sacrifice you're putting into this relationship? You need to let it go, is what the cards are saying. You need to start protecting yourself. You need to start healing. You need to start healing your wounds and protect yourself. And I think that this King of Swords indicates your higher self telling you it's time for you to start paying attention to what's important for you. Okay, Sagittarius, that was an interesting reading. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, those are always great. I do try to respond to those as much as I can. And I do appreciate you watching. So hopefully it resonated. Hopefully you got something out of the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope I see you again soon. Take care. Bye.